Hello everyone. Today my group will talk about the manufacturing and exports economy of Wenzhou. Wenzhou is a city of light industry and commerce. Wenzhou people are well known for their entrepreneurship. They excel in trading of light consumer goods and have taken the initiation in shaping a private sector as China opens up and moves towards a market economy. In terms of manufacturing, Wenzhou has been regarded as an experimental case of capitalist model since China's economic reforms and opening in the 1960s, which relies heavily on small and medium-sized enterprises whose export targets are low-end manufacturing. This is called the Wenzhou model and is imitated by many other cities in China. The initial conditions and the external environment of Wenzhou area played an important role in Wenzhou's choice of light industry as the main direction of industrial development and its development into an international light industry manufacturing base. Judging from the initial condition, Wenzhou City's natural resources are quite scarce. The per capita arable land is only 213 square meters, which is far lower than the national and provincial averages. With economic development, Wenzhou natural resources have become more and more restrictive, and the contradiction between the supply and demand of water resources, energy, and land resources have become prominent. Wenzhou is poor in mineral resources and has no natural advantages in developing resources-intensive heavy industries. At the same time, due to the historical lack of large tonnage nature ports and corresponding terminal facilities, the land transportation infrastructure is backward. And the transportation cost of low materials and products are high. The development of light, thin, and small light industrial products has a competitive advantage over heavy industrial products. Due to the weak economic foundation and the low cost of reforming the economic system after the reforms and opening up, a large number of surplus labor tied to limited arable land have been liberated, and the comparative advantages of abundant labor have been fully utilized. Light industry led by private enterprises have developed rapidly. The products have been achieved remarkable results in domestic and foreign markets. Wenzhou major industrial products include footwear, estimated to account for 20% of China's market, clothing, menthol, cigarette lighter, spectacle frame, razor locks, plastic products, and packaging printing. I have marked 6 major light industrial zones in Wenzhou on the map, and their main production targets are on the right. Mm, In addition, local enterprises in Wenzhou prefer a joint stock cooperative system, which makes it easier to gather funds to cater for the initial investment in factory production. And Wenzhou has many migrant workers that can provide them with many jobs and at the same time purchase production cost through profits, thus entering a cycle of capital utilization. Next, Grace will talk again.
Nowadays, when we searched Wenzhou's manufacturing industry, we find more light industry, which is about the production of installation equipment. As for export products that can be put on the overseas market directly, there are 5 major kinds of products. Firstly, the largest proportion of Wenzhou's light industry products exports is glasses. In 2017, there were 721 glasses and prices in Wenzhou, including 72 enterprises above designated size, especially for European customers, with a total output value of more than 14 billion yuan and 72 enterprises above designated size with a total output value of 4.06 billion yuan. Moreover, more than 80% of the products are sold to more than 150 countries and regions around the world, accounting for 20% of the country glass exports. Among them, the most developed area for glass manufacturing is in Ojai District, where our campus is located. And this decoration is a sign of the glass town in Ojai District. Second, Wenzhou's pen-making industry is also very mature. The China Pen-making Capital Industrial Park is a gathering area for Wenzhou's characteristic pen-making industries, mainly concentrated in the Wenzhou High-Tech Park. The main products of the characteristic pen industry including various types of watercolor pen, mechanical pencils, ballpoint pens, and so on. In 2017, there were more than 150 pen-making companies in Wenzhou City, with sales of 4.96 billion yuan and foreign trade exports of 1.8 billion yuan. Therefore, the number of pen exports is close to 40% of its entire production. The 2 pens on slide from Wenzhou Pen Factory are Reliable and Wenzhou. The name of the former indicates that this is a factory that specialized in export pens. Third, Wenzhou local brands including General Models, Taiyuan, Cadiz, and Shimao Technology have all won the title of China's Smart Lock brand. In 2017, the total output value of Wenzhou lock industry was 20.2 billion yuan, of which the export delivery value was 3.4 billion yuan. The proportion is slightly lower than the output of the previous products. In addition, differ from glasses and pens, two products that not be directly put into the market are bottoms and zippers. They are two important parts in clothing industry. They also play roles in the foreign trade of Wenzhou light industry products. There are more than 200 bottom companies, 15 enterprises above designated size, and an annual output value of more than 1 billion yuan. In addition, in 2017, the annual industry output value of Wenzhou zipper industry was 4.8 billion yuan. New materials and new products such as shoe zippers, waterproof zippers, metal square tees, aluminum white tees, etc. accounted for 60% of the domestic market. Both of these light industry does not have high requirements for scientific research and manufacturing technology that in Wenzhou can provide many employment opportunities for locals who has low education. For instance, a town in Wenzhou named Qiaotou Town, Yongjia County, is known as Chinese zipper hometown. There are 16,200 people engaged in the zipper manufacturing industry. Since these two industries are more inclined to urbanized household production, there is no specific and accurate data to show the proportion of bottoms and zippers exported to total sales. Moreover, this report shows the export situation of plastic products of Wenzhou Fenghe Plastic Company from 1999 to 2019, which is an old brand plastic export company in Wenzhou. The red column is the number of plastic products exported, and the line graph is the growth rate of the previous month. The number of plastic products produced is increasing year by year. Moreover, China not only exports goods but also realizes corporate exports. According to a report entitled "The World's Next Great Manufacturing Center," written by Aaron Song, Wenzhou enterprises take advantage of Africa's large population and cheap labor to locate Chinese enterprises. The picture on the left is Wenzhou Accurate Machinery Manufacturing Company that it is installing for juice factory in Africa, and the picture on the left side is a branch factory of Wenzhou Footwear Company in Africa. On account of the Chinese government support for the construction of African cities and the technical investment of African railways, the light industry market in Africa, especially steel, needs the support of foreign technologies. Wenzhou people have discovered such business opportunity and increased their investment in the construction of early factories, costs, and reduce the cost of overseas transportation, so as to obtain benefits in the subsequent long-term business cooperation. Furthermore, some Wenzhou people went to Gabon, Africa, to do business in the early 1990s, and establish a modern international trade group. They have nearly 2 million hectares of forestry development resources in Gabon and the Congo. In 2015, the group founded by Wenzhou cooperated with the Ministry of Land and Nature Resources of Ghana to adopt an integrated overseas operation model to invest in mineral resources such as gold and diamonds. The long-term investments will exceed $3 billion and become a non-public economic enterprise in China, one of the largest overseas mineral resource development investment projects in Nigeria. Chinese companies smelt steel to promote the construction boom in Africa's largest economy. As Africans gain manufacturing experiences, many of them become their own bosses. The localization of ownership is partly driven by the nature of the manufacturing business, which constantly strives to shorten the supply chain to reduce costs and increase flexibility. No matter where the factory are gathered, local suppliers will rise and expand. National policies also play a role. Many government tenders benefit local manufacturers, while financing from national development banks is usually only provided to local companies, which encourages partners between locals and Chinese, especially Wenzhou enterprises. Besides, as the number of higher education in Africa increases, local business in Africa also rise because of these people. To illustrate, Zav Gebres Sadiq from Addis Ababa, after graduating from pharmacy school in the early 1980s, she worked as a pharmacist in the government hospital. In 1992, she decided to set up her own company. After a few years, a Wenzhou package company in Ethiopia came to her with an proposition. They should form a joint venture to make gel capsules, the glossy castings for drugs. Then she put up the capital, essentially all her profit to date, for a 30% stake in Xinyue, Soviet Associated Africa. What she earned from the cooperation told us the advantage of Wenzhou companies among other foreign companies: inclusiveness, foresight for business opportunities, and a willingness to share technology. Whether in Africa or in other countries, the success of Wenzhou's product export lies in raw prices and high cost effectiveness. High output and successful export of Wenzhou's business model and factories and companies lies in the flexibility of Wenzhou businessmen and their expertise in local labor and resources use and the character of knowing how to share. Therefore, the above is the general situation of Wenzhou's exports. There are also two websites below. One is a sales platform for Chinese export production, named Made in China, and the other provides merchants and factories all over the world with a stage for competition and business cooperation. That's all. Thank you.